Hey, it's Tom Gallagher and another edition of The Story Behind the Car, and check it out, 1962 Chevy II, also known as a Nova, and we're with Keith as this old Ford truck goes by. We're with Keith, and Keith, I don't know that I've ever seen a 194 motor. I had a 235 and I've had a 250, but a 194 I hadn't heard of. That's news to me. I'm not saying it didn't exist. I'm just saying I never had seen one. But great looking vehicle. Did you restore this yourself?
Yes, I did. I did everything myself. So I had somebody professionally do the motor, redo the motor and the transmission, and the upholstery. I had an upholstery shop resew up the covers. But the material on the upholstery is NOS material. So this car was restored to as factory as original as you can get.
Yes.
And I was very, very strict on it when I did it. So. First car I ever painted too.
And I see, oh, is it really the first car? Hey, it's Tom Gallagher and another edition of The Story Behind the Car. I'm with Pat. And Pat, you said this is a 1984 AMC Eagle?
Correct.
And how long have you had it?
A couple of years.
Yes. And can you tell me about, I grew up and I'm aware of the AMC. They were four-wheel drive before four-wheel drive was popular, and unfortunately I think they were out in front and got all the arrows in the back and never got the credit for having four-wheel drive vehicles. Can you tell us a little bit about AMC?
AMC actually was started from Rambler, which started from Nash, Nash, Hudson, and okay, my memory's gone. I can't remember it now.
Yeah, I remember Nash and then Rambler and then
right.
AMC.
Right.
Hey, it's Tom Gallagher and another edition of The Story Behind the Car. I'm with Dan, and Dan, this is a 1970 GMC?
Correct.
And I'm going to shoot the tailgate here. It looks like it was dedicated to your father?
Yes. My dad is the original one that helped me get this truck. It kind of was a farm truck back in the day, but obviously it's a little retired from that now, but yeah. Yeah, it went through me and my wife's first date, proms, wedding, still got it to this day. So I drove it all the way till 2019, and my dad had always told me never sell the truck, and I kept it, and then I started to restore it, and he got sick, and unfortunately I didn't with COVID hitting, I didn't get it done quite in time, but so yeah, it's hopefully he's proud of it.
Yes. And I just saw one of these the other day, but I don't remember seeing a solid pipe on the radiator.
Yes,
but,
yeah, a lot of 67 to 72s that I believe the shop.
Hey, it's Tom Gallagher and another edition of The Story Behind the Car, and I'm looking at a Backdraft Cobra, and let me introduce, your name is?
Scott Seaman.
Scott, and how long have you owned the car?
About 6 weeks now.
6 weeks.
Yeah.
And before we started the video, you were saying that you looked at a factory 5.
Yeah.
And when you got in the factory 5, it was a bit tight.
It's a bit tight, yeah. So I've been wanting one of these all my life, and looking at all different makers of I was never gonna buy a real one.
Yeah.
So I wanted to get the replica, and the first factory 5, I just didn't fit. Too big, too broad. Yeah. And so I found Backdraft Racing that made a big and tall edition, which is what this is, RT4B, blacked out. built in 2021, out of Backdraft Racing. This car was ordered at a Lamborghini dealer down in Florida. And
welcome to another episode of The Story Behind the Car. We're with Neal Vance. And Neal has a 67 Pontiac GTO. And how long have you owned it, Neal?
41 years.
And can you hold the microphone a little closer?
41 years.
41 years. Yeah. And you said you bought it with?
My enlistment bonus into the Marine Corps.
Holy cow. So you went into the Marine Corps, they gave you a bonus, and you turned around and bought this car.
Yeah. I was stationed in San Diego and started searching, and I found it there from the original owner.
Wow. So you bought it 41 years ago, and then you restored it, you said?
In 2013.
13. I'm going to walk around, and can you tell us about the vehicle? And you restored it. So when you bought it, what condition was it in?
It was in really good condition. It was a little faded. The top was a little crispy from sitting in the San Diego sun.
Yes.
The original owner had it underneath the carport and I harassed.
Hey, it's Tom, and check it out. Another episode, and we've got Scott, and this is his 1971 VW Bug. And Scott, how long have you had the car?
I've had the car for about 2.5, 3 years now.
And we were talking before I started shooting. You bought it from a guy south of here, but we're in St. Louis, and you bought it from a guy in St. Louis, but originally it was a California car?
Yeah, I bought it from a real nice guy out in Sunset Hills. He was just looking. He had two other Volkswagens. He was just looking to get into something else to mess with, and this was kind of his daily troller, is what he called it. So I've been in the market for a Bug for a long time. Finally got the approval from my better half to go ahead and get it. So I went out, took the guy for a test drive, and then he sold it to me. But he got it from California. He had it shipped out here. So it's got a lot of aftermarket stuff.
Hey, it's Tom Gallagher, and it's another episode of The Story Behind the Car, and I'm with Matt. And Matt, wow, tell me about your car.
So it's a 65 replica. It's a factory 5 kit. And, you know, before this I had a Cobra, and I really liked the freedom of having the open top and everything and all that. It was a whole lot of fun. And the biggest thing about it is I had a little bunny rabbit that rode with me in a little cage, and he sat in passenger seat. And so
a live bunny rabbit?
Yeah. So I liked having the Cobra because he fit in it, and it was open top, and every time I went to car shows, it was just all, you know, a whole lot of fun, and everybody loved him. But then I lost him, and I decided, well, it's too much.
He died, or?
Yeah, he died.
Okay.
Yeah, he didn't run away.
Yeah.
So I figured it's too much sentimental value, and used car prices are going through the roof. So what I did was I just throw it up for sale. I should have asked more, but what I asked for it.
Hey, it's Tom Gallagher. Welcome to another episode of The Story Behind the Car, and we're with Eric. And holy shit, Eric, what do you have here?
What I've got here is a 1979 Dodge B200 Boogie Van.
And was it called the Boogie Van?
Its actual name is Gangrene,
Yeah.
but they're considered a Boogie Van.
Yeah. Is that roof out of an Oldsmobile?
That is out of a 64 Vista Cruiser wagon.
Sweet. This is amazing. How long have you had it?
I've been working on this about 5 years.
Yeah. What did it look like? Was it a regular van when you got it, or?
Yeah, it was completely bare on the inside.
You may be blocking the, yeah, there you go.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it was all bare on the inside. It was rusted out all the way across the bottom on both sides. I did about 2 years worth of metal work on it. If you go around the other side, you can still see where I put metal in. I haven't finished the body work yet.
Hey, it's Tom Gallagher. We got another edition of The Story Behind the Car, and it's a 1967 Cadillac. And is it a DeVille?
It's a Calais.
Calais, and I'm with William, and William's going to answer the questions. And I asked him, he said he didn't really want to be on the camera. He just wanted to have the car of the star. So, William, how long have you had it?
Almost 15 years.
Really? 15 years? Wow.
It was in storage for 31 years before I got it. And all she does is run and drive.
And I was talking to you before I turned on the camera. You said it's all original?
It's all original, everything on this car. It's a Survivor, so there's no tricking this one out. It's all gonna stay just the way she is. I mean, everything, you can take a look at the headliner inside. The headliner is perfect. It's brand new.
And I'm kind of a headliner freak. I always look at the old, I love the old cars and the headliners.
It's all original.
Wow. Hey, it's Tom Gallagher. We got another episode of The Story Behind the Car, and I'm with Jan, and this is her 1957 Rambler Custom. And Jan, can you tell us about the vehicle and how long you've had it, and what's the story behind the car?
Yeah, I'd love to, Tom. Thank you. Thanks for asking. I just love talking to people who appreciate her for what she is.
Yeah, and I'm just going to shoot it while you're just shoot some stuff.
So, I had a 1962 Rambler that was gifted to me and my brother back in '72, so it was my first car.
10 years old, huh?
Yeah, well.
Yeah, no, the car
10 years
was.
old, thank
Yeah.
you. So, I was in high school at the time. So, what happened was my husband went deer hunting one year, and I decided to go hunting for my grocery getter. And I told him right away, it's going to be a Rambler, because that's for me, that's memories.
Yeah.
So this is a '57, so it's a tricolor Rambler Custom. So we have avocado